Butts.
Oh, butts.
Butts.
I like butts. I just touched
Who
my husband.
doesn't like
I
butts?
touched my husband's butt right
Booty,
before
booty,
we
booty,
went
booty,
live.
booty.
Wait, is that why you were giggling?
Yeah, well,
Almost
I
certainly.
also so I did this thing where, because I've been with this man for 13 years. I could pee in front of him while he's showering. It's fine. So, I just did that thing where, I left the bathroom and I turned the light off, when he was still in the shower, and that's why I was actually giggling. And then I turned it on and I touched his butt.
That is that is lewd, Val. I demand
That's
family friendly.
The Nightbot literally just said this is a mature rated channel.
That's what made it
We
extra
explore
funny.
violent, dark, and sexual themes, okay?
We touch butts here.
we consensually touch butts on this channel.
Yes, yes, we
Yes.
do.
Okay, but now I want a shirt with all of your little avatars on it, and I just want it to say "We touch butts here."
I'll do it. I'll make it. I'll
I
do the
can.
art.
We can
Yeah,
make this happen.
we can make it happen.
No, what I want is like a notebook or something with all our other pictures and our own individual slogans.
Oh man.
You know what? That's such a that's such a fantastic thought. Why don't we even lead in with that? Hi everyone. I'm Arnica. I'm your GM. Welcome back to our Avatar uh season 2, Rain of Smoke and Ashes. I have had the most absolutely out of pocket last 2.5 weeks. So I am so glad you've all been patient and come back to join us after I've been handling everything. Whole world exploded. So here's what I'm going to ask today. As we go around and introduce our players and our characters, I'm going to ask you, all of a sudden, boom, we're a Netflix show tomorrow.
Oh my god.
What's the
Ugh.
what I mean, well, Netflix loves to just take something that's not what it says it is and run it through. You wanted to fuck up an Avatar game, bro. I could have fucked up an Avatar game. I could fuck up Avatar for you. You could have at least given me that money to not do what the show is. Damn. Anyway, so we've been picked up by Netflix. We got merch. We know what kind of merch I want. I want the t-shirt that says "We touch butts here." Why don't you tell me what kind of merch you want for our show? Let's start with Bear.
Hi, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and I am playing your lovely, lovely Wong today here in a rain of smoke and ashes. The merch that Mare want, is what was Kayam's slogan again? Something something is not therapy.
Coping mechanisms isn't therapy.
Yeah, I think that's just so funny. I need it. All the
And
merch.
Kayam's coping
Oh,
mechanisms is sex, and I would like to point out that he hasn't had any.
ooh.
In
I
a
want it.
while.
I want a mug that says coping mechanisms aren't therapy.
Yeah.
That would be a great mug. Just Kai and just sitting there. Mm. I love that.
Only hasn't had
Yeah.
sex. Damn.
Yeah, now
Why not?
Kaya Kaya has kept it in the pants. What a shame. Kid you warn about not to keep it in the pants though. Kid you hi Obi.
Is Obi here? Oh, I'm gone.
But today, I will be Kim Ji-woon, and for the product, despite the initial product, despite certain aspersions, perhaps cast unreasonably, unfairly, don't worry, you will be able to line up uh, at the shoe store for your exclusive pair of G-Woon sneakers. They will be MSRPing for $950, limited run of 1,000 pairs. Uh, you got ready in 3 months. Order now.
Okay, let's talk about these G-Woons though, because I do like a sneaker. You know what? No, because you and I are about to lose. You and I will lose the next like 10 minutes talking about sneakers. And then everybody will just be like, yeah, no, I forgot. I don't even know what Casey's merch is. So let's just ask Casey instead of we talk about sneakers. But I'm serious. don't forget. We're gonna talk about these sneakers
So
later.
during the
Casey,
after show, we will talk about sneakers.
Casey, what's your
Yeah.
merch?
Hello, I'm Casey. I play he him pronouns, and I play Lofong, our totally happy, life is wonderful, everything's great guy. Um, as far as merch goes, oh God, would he even buy any? He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd buy merch from a show. Um,
But it's
I don't
like,
care if he wants to buy the merch.
yeah,
I want to know what merch you want.
what merch I
Lofong's just
want?
gonna have to be on the merch.
yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't have to buy it.
Um,
He just has to sit on it.
uh,
I'm fine.
um, I don't know, like a nice t-shirt with like an action pose of him would be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty cool. Give like those, like give like the it'd be like the anime ninja t-shirt vibes, except with Lofong. That would sell at Hot Topic pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's a t-shirt, right? It has no Lofong saying because Lofong is just silent and deadly. Lofong's in his fight position, and underneath it says, "Our pretty little hostage." Because you're the one
Oh
who's getting
my
kidnapped.
God.
You're the pretty princess of the group.
I had a similar idea actually.
I am the only one who's been kidnapped, aren't I?
Oh, you are the internet's
Yeah.
baby girl.
God
Me and
damn.
Wong have been kidnapped.
Technically,
Uh,
true.
No,
You're
y'all
right.
were arrested.
Okay, we were arrested.
Okay, but still,
We were snatched off of the
Lofong
streets.
was kidnapped twice,
Yeah.
or
Listen,
been in trouble, right? Twice. I
Something.
can't
Yeah.
remember if it's kidnapped twice.
listen, the takeaway
Kidnapped
here,
once, almost
I am,
kidnapped.
in fact, the most reliable member of this team. Thank you.
That's a terrifying thought.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now
Okay.
let's talk Kaya
So listen. I had two ideas for Kai. Everyone, my name is Valdrianth. I use any and all pronouns. Kayam is a they/he type of person. But I've got a couple of ideas for merch. So one is the T-shirt idea, but like collages of everyone with things like "baby girl" written like across the top, like because everybody here could potentially be baby girl in their own way or the other. The other is also mugs, but it's like mugs shaped like vegetables that are color changing to temperatures. And if it's like hot, you get the little happy faces for the mugs, and if it's cold, you get like the angry or sad faces for the mugs. Like, so you have like a radish mug or a radish glass or tumbler, and it changes. Like you get like it changes colors. Yeah,
Yes.
that's but also
swear to God,
baby girl
I
t-shirts.
I will chuck this pink Starbucks cup out the I will throw it in the dumpster right the fuck now. What is this? This is my Kayam angry melon cup.
Yeah,
Don't
you
talk to
should
me.
have a Kayam angry. You should have, and honestly, there needs to be a a Kim B Woon as well.
Yeah. Yes, I loved Kim B Moon.
Kim Bean Ji Woon, like also as well, like probably as like a plushie. Like I imagine.
I was about to say
yeah.
Bean Ji Woon is a plushie.
Yeah,
you
Bean
could
Ji Woon
you
is a
could get
plushie.
Bean Ji
Yeah.
Woon made pretty easily.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
getting plushies.
A Bean Ji Woon plushie.
I need it.
You could
Same.
crochet it.
We could crochet. I don't know how to crochet. Someone could crochet.
I do.
for us.
I'm a terrible
Hi.
crocheter, but
I
I
made
can
this.
technically do it. All right,
Yes.
And I made
you are a
this.
beautiful crocheter. It would be really great, actually, Mare. You and I
Plushies
should
aren't
do.
my specialty though, so I'll have to practice.
It'll be
Alright.
great. We should do a crochet along one day where we
Someone-
just talk about it, and yours will look really good, and mine will look so garbage. But I'll
Someone
be
give
so
me a
proud of it.
sketch. Someone send me a sketch. I'll think about it.
I actually
We got
did
this.
sketch Kim B Woon, like at one point, so
Cool.
we'll have to do it. All right, so
All right.
That being said, enough of this silly dilly dally. We've got some serious business to get behind, and that serious business is we are a viewer affected game. You can affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100 biddies here gives anyone here that rolls dice a reroll. If you subscribe or gift subs, you can give anybody here a +1 forward on their next on whatever roll they want. And if you give us money, just straight up donate. There's a sliding scale donation. You can make things happen in character. You can make things happen out of character. We only got like 3 episodes left, so I haven't gotten any donations for shenanigans yet. You can also make a stop streaming. But that's like $10,000. Like, we got bills to pay, okay? Like for me, like we would split this 5 ways, $2K for everybody here. And that's a down payment on an apartment for me. So, like, I'm good to go. With a little extra, because it's USD. But yeah, you know, we do that here. Yeah, donate to my coffee if you wanna support us. In all actuality, every cent that I make on this channel goes back into this channel. It keeps me running. It keeps me from having a real job. And you know, it pays for my coffee, literally, to keep this place going, and my Adobe Photoshop. But I think that's all I've got to say. So Arnica, you get to go now forever.
Get to go now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, hi everyone. Welcome back. It's time to do this shit. Let's talk about this. So, last time we saw everybody, we had folks in trees, and then we had them jumping out of trees. We had them stalking messenger birds in the middle of the night. It's fine. It actually is fine. It's a great freaking plan. All they got to do is intercept a real fast bird who knows where he's going and definitely wants to get there without anybody noticing that they done like just pooh, shot a bird out the air right at the spot they're watching for it to come in. This will be great. Don't worry about it. There's no problem. They got this. And then we got team interesting shit down on the docks where Kayam.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. 2 virgins, an artist, and a nun walked into a bar.
Oh
um,
no.
so I don't know how many will walk out. This is fine.
The
Don't
thing
worry about
is
it.
that like I'm only one of those things.
That's true.
I'm also having like an existential crisis out of character right now. Because my bookmark for my character sheet has left me. So if
No.
someone could give me the link to those character sheets, we're using the website so that I can log in.
Oops.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you, Casey.
Oops, a doodles.
I had to do a reset on my cookies and shit, so that's why.
Yeah, I fucking hate that.
I know. All right, I'm good. I just gotta log in somehow now. All right, but yeah, no, we're in a titty bar,
We are.
and
You
Kim
are in
Ji
a
Woon
titty
has
bar.
left me by myself with the nun, like just to
Kyle,
do his own thing, and
if you don't know what to do by yourself in a brothel, there's nothing Kim Ji Woon could do that would help you.
no, Kayam knows what he
I
could
feel
do
like
in a
we've said that
brothel.
sentence before.
Like, we might have.
How many
Like,
brothels have we been to at least? Yeah.
Kayam knows like what's up, but like Kayam can't be distracted right now. He's like escorting a VIP. Like he can't. Like
You can't.
Kayam gets to like hang out in like a secluded room with food and maybe take a nap, probably not, and is literally just anxiously like clocking everybody in the freaking in this building, because if he doesn't, he might get snuck up on, because those people with their breathing techniques, it's rough. Like, I mean,
So,
it's fine. Everything's fine.
And at the moment, things are fairly fine.
Mhm.
You and Sister Azen are sitting in like the VIP section of the VIP section. You've been
Mhm.
moved to a very far back corner of the lounge. You are in the space where the madam hangs out as she wants to be seen publicly, but lets people know that she's busy. Don't just I'll come to you. I'll come to you. Don't come up
Mhm.
here. But y'all are sitting up there. Uh, Sister Azen is she's having a great time. She's a nun, but like there's nuns and there's nuns.
Yeah.
She there's only so many social events you can do with nobility before one of them will decide that can they scandalize you? Are they that? There's always going to be some 21, 22-year-old who thinks that they can have, ooh, a bunch of super sexy maids. Let's startle the nun. Like she's seen it before. So she's unbothered. She's just sitting there. She's having, in fact, she and the madam and you are all having a very interesting conversation about the state of the Fire Nation military.
Or are we okay?
You are.
Okay.
What they are letting you know is, uh, y'all been talking about for a little bit, and the madam just kind of leans forward and she goes, "Look, they can they can report whatever numbers they want to. But there are two businesses that will never lie, and that is the bank and the bar. We know who's actually coming in and out of the port.
Mhm.
However many however many naval ships the Fire Nation says that they've sent on diplomatic missions, on assisting, they've moved twice as many.
Mhm.
And I don't think anyone knows because quite often they have the exact same ship name but different crews.
Hmm.
Yeah. Kayam is the most stressed he's ever felt in a titty bar.
That's a
Just
sad sentence.
yeah, yeah. That does not go on the t-shirt. Like,
I'm sad at titty bars.
like, um, kind of thing, because he is on. Because even though this is not a place that the Fire Nation or the Daily would be looking for a nun, um, it doesn't mean that there wouldn't be people here partaking, um, sort of thing. And I think that's sort of the thing that he's trusting his friend here with, is that she is taking him and the sister to a place in this establishment that will not draw attention to any possible patrons that are from said groups. Because again, nobody lies. What stays in here, what happens in here, stays in here. Like, kind of thing. Which is gonna break Chaim up because he's not gonna be able to tell his companions about Kim Ji Woon just risking his sovereignty and the possibility of a bastard and all that just by going into this room of this establishment by himself.
Okay, now
It's
I
tearing
don't know
tearing him
about
up.
the rest of y'all, but Obi, I'm pretty sure you are going to remember this movie. Do you remember the movie where Sinbad is a cowboy?
Okay, okay, okay. That's where we going with this. Where we go?
Do you remember when Sinbad couldn't ride a horse? And they
Yeah.
were like, Sinbad, you've never been with a woman. Sinbad's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I know all sorts of this. And then I believe it was Regina King said, hold on, I got this. Hold on, I'm gonna make a man out of you. And he said, no, please don't. And she grabbed the rodeo rope. And she went in and she took him in the cave. And 5 minutes later, he came out wearing her hat and then he climbed up on that horse. I promise you, they'll know you ain't got to say nothing, kind. It's fine. He will be Sinbad on a horse. It's good to be black in February. so, so I don't know why people are arguing about it because I'm a real movie. That's a real movie, and that's the movie you should watch. Anyway, so you're sitting there. So you've never been so sad in a titty bar. It's kind of funny. It's super funny. It's
Not
not
necessarily
funny.
sad. I'm stressed. Like, that is a different emotion.
True. I don't know. I tend to be stressed and sad. I get that. So you are stressed in a titty bar. There should be someone adorable on your lap, on each side of your lap. They should be petting your hair. You should be like, you know the drill. This is not what's happening. You're sitting in a, dimly lit back alcove of a back alcove. There are bouncers, just these huge, muscular women standing at the front. They look like a great time if your idea of a great time is getting bent in half backwards, which
Snoo
some of these
snoo.
dudes is. Oh, like, and they're right there and they're not even looking at you. They're bodyguarding. You're barely looking at them. You're paying attention to this paperwork. It's just my snoo 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 snoo. And you're looking at the paperwork the madam has brought out where she's showing you the sharp increases in like what she's been ordering and not ordering and the way things are going in and out. And she's like, I didn't, do I tell? Who do you tell? What, she hasn't known what to do about it. A lot of people have caught rough, they've seen things happening,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody had really put together what was going on because no one would expect this. Who expects a genocide? What kind of fucking asshole decides to do a genocide? Like, for real.
For
Why
real.
would anyone expect that? So, the fact remains is that she's sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
She's starting to put it together. The rumors have come through by now. You don't even have to tell her what has happened about the airbenders because enough rumors fly. Little
Yeah.
young dudes, little Kim Ji Woon age dudes being sweet talked by beautiful women. Sometimes they want to brag. Sometimes they want to confess. Sometimes they want to be absolved, or they just have to hear themselves say it. But the girls have heard enough rumors that they know.
I know.
They've got a pretty good idea. You don't have to. So the good news is you can talk fairly freely with Sister Ryzen and the Madam. There is music being played at the far end of the room, enough that sound is not carrying, at least not past your alcove. Y'all are being protected. There is conversations that can be had. Not right now though. You
Nope,
can
not
have
right
that
now.
conversation in a minute because what we're going to do is cameras panning away. You're sitting there. You're leaned over this paperwork. You got a drink at the corner of your hand. It's like water because you got to keep a calm, you got to keep a clear head. But you do have the celery stick that's sitting decoratively you know what? It's not water, it's tomato juice. You've got a fake Bloody Mary. You
Yep.
can hate only thing worse than a Bloody Mary is a fake Bloody Mary. I personally hate them, but it just seems like a very calm drink. It's so much vegetables. It's so much
Yeah.
juice.
There's a lot of vitamins in there.
But
Yeah.
the celery is just frowning. There's a frowny celery just kind of doing this in your drink, just absently jiggling around, swirling in circles. Yeah, he's a little bit limp. He can't believe it. Now look, yeah, it's drinking water and taking water. That's why I changed it to a tomato juice. I
It's true.
couldn't.
Well, you see, that's like the thing. Like you can, like rice wine is clear. It's fine. Like you can say it's alcohol, but Kayam knows better. Yeah, he's gotta. Somebody has to keep their wits about them in this in this establishment with our VIP guest. Um, but yeah, just camera pans out and he is looking at
Yeah.
paperwork.
Yeah, we look away, and as the frowny celery swirls one more time, it kind of pivots to stare resentfully down an actually very nice, well-lit hall. It's not dark, it's not creepy, it's
Hmm.
quite wide. It leads up a swooping staircase to the wings. This isn't a particularly tall building. It was a warehouse at one point. From the outside, it still looks like a warehouse. But on the second floor are working rooms. And the hallway is nicely kept. It doesn't smell particularly weird. It doesn't smell great because it's on the docks, but like it's a dock ocean smell. It's not like the building stink. It's just the air stinks. It's on a fucking dock. I don't know what to tell you, man. If you've never had to be on a dock for a long period of time when the tide roll out, then you don't understand. And if you have, then you understand completely. It's fine. On a room with a really nice window, a window that lets in that real sweet eastern breeze that comes in off the land as opposed to that western breeze off the water. There is it's a modest little room. It's not overly opulent. It's not designed for anything too wild. It's got a nice, comfortable bed. It's got a long, low couch with no back where you can just kind of sit side by side, come up behind someone, rub their shoulders. There's spaces to move around. All the furniture is soft. Remarkably easy to clean, but don't worry about that, Kim Ji Woon. You don't clean furniture. You don't know that, but I promise you, it's very easy to clean. Um, and Kim Ji Woon, you find yourself just kind of sitting there on the couch. There is a girl in the room with you. Her name is Kita. Kita. Kita, see, I named her ahead of time just for you. I had so Kita is walking around the room. She is fixing you a drink. It's not particularly strong. She does want to keep, you know, both of you are going to keep your wits around yourself. She knows exactly. She's a professional. She's got this, and she has poured you something strong, but not too strong, delicious. They will get weaker over the course of the night. Just a little bit of courage. And she sits next to you. And just the sleeve on this gorgeous little peach colored gown just kind of slips down her shoulder. She hands it to you and she's like, "So, I, I, are you a Chi Woon? Like for real, one of the Chi Woon."
Him, Jiwon. And like a got like there's a reputation to uphold. So like take a sip, warm the cup like just a little bit.
Okay. She's got that little finger twirl around the bottom curl of her hair. She's got it mostly up. Sh Look, this girl knows what she's doing. A couple little tendrils here, one that falls just so over that exposed shoulder. It curls just right so that the tip of it really kind of leads your eye to the curve of her decollage. Look, girl knows what she's doing. She's a fucking professional. She's so cute as she leans in. She goes, I've heard, I don't know how to say this. I've kind of heard a lot about you lately. I, you don't look like a dangerous man. She bites the corner of her lip.
Oh
We're
God.
not supposed to. If we're not here to scare people, we're here to do business.
Yoshibo said he's not scaring the hose. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen, I had to get it in there. Had to get it in there. Anyway, the Fire Nation and I have had some might call a misunderstanding, because they might insist that I have acted unreasonably, unfairly. But, oh, you said so yourself. Yeah. I don't look like a bad man, don't look like a criminal. I don't look like, do I look like the kind of man who wouldn't tell the truth? Like I'm making up stories, telling lies. It's outrageous.
Uh, you know what? There is a genuineness to her giggle. Like you can tell that normally she has a very, you've heard it before. Like there's a laugh you do when you are at work and you have to kind of keep your volume down. You want people to know that yes, that is funny. But this is my professional laugh. She has the littlest hint of a snort at the end of that laugh. She actually found you funny, Mr. G. Woon. Uh, she just kind of goes, no. Oh my gosh. She flushed a little. She's like, well, I mean, you don't look, I don't know. You don't look scary. But what if I like it a little dangerous? And she kind of leans forward. She puts her hand right at the edge of your knee. Her finger curls around and touches right the curve of the inside of your knee. She has barely touched you, Mr. Kim, but every touch is practiced. She's got this. A back of your wrist, the inside of your knee.
So, okay, so I want it to be clear to the audience. Like Kim Ji-woon, he's not okay. This is not happening. He's not okay. He's not all right. But you just like this is the time where you front, you front, you front. That you do not show that you are slipping, especially when you are sliding. So like, yeah, like every single touch, he does not know if she is a lightning bender right now. And like he's done that himself. Uh well, if it's danger you want, I suppose I could tell you a lot of stories. I could tell you stories all night long, but that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're going to be doing tonight. So let me show you something instead. And yeah, because like he knows what happened the last time he did this, but remember, fronting. So like he starts to starts to like rub his hand like real slow circles because gotta get this right. Like separate positive from the negative. Stay cool, stay calm, stay collected. And then like he very slowly separates his hands. He just run just a little, like just electric circuit between them. I just electricity just visibly popping. All right. You want danger. Don't you worry. These hands get killed.
Get the fuck off my screen. I know you are not walking into the body shop your very first time and they're like, "Would you like the kitty plate?" And you're like, "No, no, no. I'll go for the electrician special. Please put me in the kink bag." That's
Kim Ji
hilarious.
Woon. Kim Ji Woon is a book talk girly, and he has revealed it.
I love this so much. You know what?
He's
Uh,
been on the forums.
Ah,
that gives you one the human violet wand.
He's a well-read man.
So
Sorry.
you can. I don't know why you apologize, and I'm the one who did it.
Uh, that's gonna be a highlighted clip later.
That is a clip.
Anyway.
So
You're welcome.
you can see her eyes are big. Her pupils have dilated. Lightning bending is not. It's a very uncommon talent 100 years from now. It's a particularly uncommon talent right now. You guys are really just starting to study the science behind lightning bending, as opposed to it being treated as a purely spiritual practice as it has been for thousands of years in the past. Like you are right on the cutting edge of of the scientific principles of understanding lightning bending. Um, and so very few people, if you ever see a lightning bender, it's because you've taken a trip to one of the big cities, to the Fire Nation capital, to the Earth Nation capital, to the Northern Water Tribe capital. Like you've gone to one of the capital cities to see one of the big scientific demonstrations that were really kind of going around in the last decade. It's one of the ways that the Fire Nation has managed to get so deep into so many territories is they've been assisting in funding these. Oh no, 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 we're just helping Earth Kingdom. You love knowledge, right? You got a whole college. We would love to help fund that and send it on like trips and shit. Great news is they're doing their version of the World's Fair, and it's inspiring people. Bad news is they are using their version of the World's Fair to set themselves up for military might. A lot like the United States did in portions of our World's Fair, but let's not talk about that. I'm not a History Channel. Go
Don't worry about all these
Google it.
don't worry about all these nice men taking very detailed notes. They need that to put on the best show they possibly can.
oh
You're
yeah,
welcome.
everything's fine.
Hmm.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry
You're
about it.
welcome.
So, they've been doing exactly that for the last 10 years. They've been going around getting very detailed notes, being invited in, seeing the cutting edge of scientific progress and weaponry in so many other countries, and then going home and being like, cool, don't worry about what I'm doing. They played the long game. Sozin is, don't ever, you can call Sozin a bunch of things, but you cannot call him a fool and you cannot call him a failed planner. He's been at this for so long and it's all falling exactly like he knew it would. Exactly like he knew it would. So here's where we are now. She's looking at you with these big eyes. She's never seen a lightning bender, not from so close. The fine hairs on the edge of her arms kind of raised up from the static electricity. Her hair fluffs up a little extra as it starts to raise. You can see the reflections of it in her eyes. She leans a little bit closer, goes, and just kind of blows between your hands to see, she doesn't know. Will it waver like a flame? Will it, her breath is sweet. It smells like mint and tea and I don't know, just something kind of warm in her. Her face is very close to yours, Kim Ji Woon. Nothing but your sparking hands between the two of you.
But maybe we can get to that a little later. Think we should get to know each other a little closer. How about you? What do you think?
Uh, I don't know, Mr. Kim Ji Woon. You're pretty dangerous. She looks at you and she says, I don't know. You gonna put that thing away?
I suppose, but I gotta keep you some kind of impressed. So, yeah,
Mm.
She
and
laughs. She
yeah,
laughs and she climbs into your lap before you can finish correcting yourself. She goes, "No." She takes your wrists and she pulls your hands apart, uh, kind of puts them down. She's not pinning them, but she's kind of lowering them so that you towards your own the top of your lap, but also where she's straddling you. Your hands rest. You drop the electricity right as you feel your hands right before she places them on the top of her thighs. She goes, "I don't know. I'm pretty impressed for now." With that, we're gonna leave her pretty impressed with you for a few minutes.
mhm.
We'll figure out how that worked out for you later. This is a mature channel, but I charge extra for that.
That's
So
when we get our OnlyFans. Like,
I will do an OnlyFans. Pay us. The Kofi is right there.
yep,
Right
we'll do
there.
Huh.
Right there.
Listen, you want
Huh.
the performance? I'll put on a show.
Ooh.
Let's run back. Oh, everybody, catch your breath. Fan
It's okay.
yourself. Kenji
Mm.
Moon got this. In fact, speaking of breath, speaking of fans, speaking of a nice, refreshing breeze, let's go ahead and zoom out from a very lucky young man and a very professional young woman who's actually feeling a little less professional than normal. She is genuinely impressed. Oh shit. Not Sir Pod the sex god? Could it be? We'll find out. What we are going to do is check into the woods. The cool breeze that has blown from that eastern way through her room has blown across the back of Wong and Lo Fong's necks. You are Where are you? Have you gone back to camp? Are you still crouched in the grass? Are you in the trees? Where are y'all?
Uh, Casey,
I think
yeah, go ahead.
I think if I remember at the end of the last session, we heard a bird or something coming in.
You set us up with
I
this really cool
forget.
image.
Y'all,
Yeah.
from what I remember, y'all got the call for the messenger bird from the
Asshole.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that y'all can call the bird yourself instead and
Yes,
intercept
that
it.
is
Right.
correct.
Mhm.
I would not have wanted to leave.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we would have stayed. Like this
Yeah,
is this is mission critical. We have to be there.
Old man can take care of himself.
Yeah.
he can. Are you like crouched down in the grass? Are you trying to hide in the trees? Where have you put yourself for safety?
I would have gone back in the trees.
I'm probably down on the ground in some grass. Like you can keep an eye out for the bird. I'm watching for people.
Tag team, let's go.
Yeah.
We're so
Okay.
competent together.
I
Y'all
know, right?
are. Love that about y'all. Let's see how
we
let's
have
let's
we have some
let's
serious
check
shit we
that
need to talk
competence.
about at some point, but
Oh,
after after
absolutely.
after the mission.
After the mission where the port doesn't have a shit ton of firebenders and
Yeah.
we don't have a nun with us. All the good.
Yeah.
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 So there is the faintest of shadows that runs across the grass. There is, you can just see for a moment just a swoop of something, a wingtip circling the edge of the clearing before a little bit more spirals into view. There is an animal. It might be the messenger hawk. It could be one of the big predator birds as well. But something is circling the clearing, slowly coming in from very far out. Now, it's probably your bird. If so, they're going to see it shortly. If it's not your bird and you blow that bird call, you risk tipping people off because bird won't show up and then they'll be like, who the fuck blew my bird call? Oh no, where's my bird call?
I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
Because we know they didn't send a hawk. They sent The Diley sent a
A
pigeon
rock
or
dove.
a
Yes.
Yeah,
dove.
rock dove.
Um, Birds have different sounding wing flaps.
Hmm.
I want to see if I can identify what type of bird.
I'm
It
gonna let you roll for that. Do it up.
Yeah, it's probably not like a Avatar equivalent like owl, or else we wouldn't hear any wing flaps. But
Hmm.
like birds versus like hawks and shit, very different. Okay, what am I rolling?
Okay, for that I'm gonna have you do skills and training.
Okay,
It's
I
low
can do
enough
that.
that you're gonna be able to hear it. If
That's
it was a little bit
focus.
higher, I'd say luck.
Full success.
Nice. All
That
right.
was pretty good.
Really
Got a
nice.
13. Let's go.
Hell yes. On a 13, for just a second, the wind, like I said, it's been a very quiet, gentle breeze. It hasn't been too much, a little bit cool, and it stops just long enough for you to hear a beat, 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 pause, beat, 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 pause, beat, pause. It's something that's flapping to carry its weight, not a soaring large animal. This is not the Fire Nation's warhawk, but this is almost certainly a rock dove. This is almost certainly the Diley message.
Okay. Uh, as soon as I notice, then I'll give like a. We probably came up with some kind of signal,
Yeah.
Casey. Uh, like
Or or you just like drop something from the tree onto the ground.
like a twig or a
Yeah,
small rock.
yeah.
Um,
Drop something loud enough. Drop something. I'd probably be at the base of the tree, so you'd probably just drop it on me.
Funny.
just to signal
That's
that
like
hey, it's
throwing
here.
acorns at
Right.
your friend.
My clothes break the fall so it doesn't make any noise.
Yeah, perfect. Acorn. Drop it on your head. That way, no
Yeah,
one thinks it's weird. Um,
exactly.
um, and then whoever we designated to give the signal, we give the signal. Um, I probably would have insisted it BB so you're not in the freaking middle of the clearing.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
will,
Meanwhile, I am like looking in every direction for any sign
your friend.
of my friend.
Y'all are buddies, besties.
Yeah.
Y'all have history. That last part is true. Y'all got history. Uh,
Yeah.
the Long, you drop yourself out of the tree very nimbly, uh, right next to Lofong, up and down again, dart into the middle of the clearing, and you hit that little doot 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 doot. Like I don't know what kind of fucking noise a dove call makes, but let's assume that it's not the bargain basement sonic noise that I just made. Um, it is loud enough to carry, not particularly far, but at least, a
Yeah.
couple 100 feet in every direction. Far enough that,
Definitely. Yeah. Try not to go super loud. Loud enough for the bird to hear me at least.
okay. Now, this I am going to have you roll your luck on. Let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah, that's fair. Not bad. Where is it? Just press your luck. Press your luck. Passion. Mixed.
All right. So, as you give it a little toot, a little tweet, a little doot doo doo. I don't know what kind of fucking noise it makes. Uh, the good news is that the bird totally hears the sound. The bird hears the sound and immediately starts targeting downwards. It is a little bit louder than you hope to make it. It's not at full blast, but it definitely will carry at least a little bit beyond this clearing. Lofong, you just
Uh,
looking at him like,
shit.
Tried. Probably gets cut off like prematurely once I realize how loud I made it by mistake.
Yeah.
The rock dove that comes in for a landing, it comes in a little bit hot. It's tired. He kind of lands heavy in your hands. And then rock doves aren't, and they're not hyper intelligent, but they're smart enough. They're not parrot smart, but they're smart enough to be like, oh, my person, this is the person who gives me a snack all the time. And it just kind of look up and it realizes you are not the person who gives the snacks. They're looking at you like, "Pooh, pooh." I
I
have
don't
no
think
idea how loud that was, so I hope that wasn't too loud. Everybody here.
give a little birdie a scratch. Give good scritches. But also, I'm gonna go for that freaking letter.
Right. So you snatch. Go ahead and I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. You're holding the bird. You snatch the letter. The bird is still kind of like I said. He's not like screaming. It's not like angry cockatoo loud, but it is again with the combination of the whistle slightly carried, and now the bird is yelling, "I don't know you. You're not my adult." But in
I try to do like the thing, like take off, take off. Does it take off?
Well, push your laugh out. That's weird. I want to see what happens.
You just try to toss it out of your hand
If it
and see
doesn't,
what
I'm
it
gonna put it
does.
on the ground.
I'm laughing.
Mix again.
Okay. So
Go leave.
here's how Mr. Cecily.
I've only dealt with the very, very, very intelligent hawks.
Right, you're used to hawks, and the hawks, you just kind of you give them the slightest boost, and they do the work. So you've got him, and you just kind of go, right. But he wasn't prepared for it, and his little wings are still folded. So for like a second, you just throw it, and just a startled little pigeon loaf just go, ooh. It arcs up a little bit in the air. It starts to fall, and then all of a sudden he remembers he got wings. He's like, ah. He flutters. He looks at you. This is an indignant. He cannot believe this shit. What is you? You blew his whistle wrong. You don't have a snack. He doesn't know you, and now you threw him like a loaf.
Okay, poor guy.
And it just fly off. It
I'm
flies
going.
off fast, but it flies off low. So the good news is you didn't like throw the pigeon on the ground or nothing. Bad news is the pigeon is offended by your rough handling and is going to look for its person because it deserves a treat after this terrible day.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
Poor baby does.
Poor Bijan. We need to get going.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm going for you. We're gonna backtrack.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
As soon as I see you toss that bird, I am on my feet and ready to move.
Yep. We eat. And I think once we get to a safe place, we're gonna read that shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now how far is a safe place? Are you going to get all the way back to the old man? Are you
Oh, we're
just
not
going to
going.
try to jump
I
to
would not
a
want to go to the old man.
No.
I would want to go in a completely different direction
Yeah.
so that if we're followed, they don't know where the old man is.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Lo Fong lead here because he's most aware of what the people around here are capable of. So I'm letting him decide how far is a good distance.
cool,
Yeah. So
Lovong? Tell
okay.
us how it's going.
All right. So um from the port, so the port city that Kayam and Kimji are at.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we directionally from there?
All right, let me bullshit some stuff. Let me grab a sticky note and Sharpie.
Great, east or west? I'm sorry, east or north?
So town is to the west because the water is on the west.
Yes.
Okay.
Forest is in the middle. It expands in a bunch of different directions. I draw a whole bunch of clearings so that it's extra confusing. The old man is here. Hold on, I will show this to y'all in a second. This is where y'all went to catch the bird.
Bird.
Herb.
All right. So here's the west over here by the
Yeah.
town.
Okay.
There's
Town.
the town. There's the coastline because there's a lot of docks. Town
Sure.
technically extends onto
Yeah.
land, but fuck that.
Mhm.
There's the road. This is a lot of forest. Way down here is the clearing with the old man. This is where y'all caught the bird. There's a whole bunch of circles. One of these circles is hiding some niggas though, so don't worry about that. I'm not telling you which one. Cause I haven't figured it out. I'll roll.
Regardless, I still let you just figure out how far. Just see.
Um, I so like based on that, I think we head towards the town and away from the old man.
Okay.
All right.
Because
So there
the
are, in
last,
fact,
yeah,
exactly 6 circles in this forest. Are you heading to one of the circles, or are you going to head like into town? Go find Kayam and Wong. Not Wong.
um,
Go find
Kim
Kayam and
Ji
Kim
Woon.
Ji Woon.
Mm-hmm.
like we might like I would if am I aware of all the clearance?
You would
Would
have
we would have
you would
seen him
have
coming in, right?
you would have overflown at least 4 of them. There are two
Okay.
of them that you didn't see from the sky, but 4 of them you did see, and you landed the
I
old man in
think
one of them.
I think most likely, assuming that I assuming that that one that was closest to the town was one that we saw, and it didn't appear that there was anything there when we flew over. I would
Mm,
probably head there first and then take a sharp turn towards town once we got there.
okay.
So a little, not directly to town. I would head into the forest first and then towards town.
All right.
And leave a lot of distracting things behind us, false trails, that sort of. Like we're not moving as fast as we normally would, but it looks like there were way more than two.
Okay. Uh, Lofong, pick a number 1 through 8.
I'm never good at picking numbers, so
Roll it.
That's okay. You just have to not pick the number I rolled.
okay. Well, I just rolled a 6, so I'm going with that.
Cool. What a good answer. So, you and Wong carefully, you backtrack a couple times, you bust up some branches, you make a variety of false trails leading in a
Couple
couple
char
different
marks, you know.
directions. Um, until you have essentially circled around you've essentially circled around in and out, weaving through these clearings to come up on this furthest north clearing. You did not encounter the camp that the pigeon took off towards. You lucky, lucky dude. Which
Huh.
was actually, you are not going to like how close they are to you.
Hmm. We don't know
Not
that
now.
though.
No, you sure don't, but I do. I know exactly where they are in relation to the old man. So you guys are heading into town. Don't worry about that. The old man can take care of himself. He's smart. He's sturdy. He's a dude. Y'all are up in this northernmost clearing. You are on the edge, close enough to town that you can see the lights on the edge of the docks. You can see the ships, some sailing boats, a whole fuck ton. Wong, you know better than anybody. Like Kim Ji Woon knows that that was an unnatural number of Fire Nation Navy ships, but like it's one thing to know that the Navy has expanded and to know that they ran around and did a genocide and killed a bunch of people. But it's another thing to see the Fire Nation Navy just overtaking an Earth Kingdom port just by the pure numbers that they have.
Wish it were possible to burn down their ships.
Huh.
Not without explosives. Um, yeah. As soon as we take a break, we're probably freaking beat before but if we go into town, but I'm gonna crouch down and start getting that note out.
Yeah, let's see what that says.
Yeah. Get a little ball of flame for some very small, just enough to read by, covering it with our bodies.
So the two of you are kind of curled around each other in this note so that you're shielding any kind of flickering light from being seen from the direction of town or overhead.
Hmm.
And what you see is it is a list of very strict, very clear, very precise, very short instructions. Genji Woon is to be executed on sight. Kayam is to be executed on sight. You are to be brought back. No, they're not particularly picky about the way that you're brought back. Wong, preferably alive. Um, but they're gonna just you have been you have been requested specifically out of this list. So that's a surprise. No one was expecting that.
Yeah, very surprised.
um, and Lo Fong, you are absolutely not surprised. I mean, you expected terminate on site extreme prejudice.
Yeah.
Um, what none of you are expecting is that there is right there where it says Sister Ryzen's name. Um, it's just it says do not do not interact. They're not particularly they don't care. They're not going to be the ones who kill her, but also they don't care at this point. The deal has been made and struck. They got her. She has been brought to the port. Don't interact with her. She's wild. She's an airbender on a mission. But also, it's there are no clear instructions about her. Whatever help she thought she was going to get, either they never intended to provide it or vengeance on y'all has become more important. But there are no notes about her, where she's supposed to go, who she's supposed to meet up with.
How long is this letter? You said it.
It is brief. It is telegraph short. It is
Okay.
instructions. Kill, stop, bring back, condition does not matter, terminate with extreme prejudice. Don't worry
Cool.
about this.
So after Lo Fong has had a chance to read it, after I've read it, it's nothing we didn't expect. Well, I'm the surprise, but nothing we didn't expect. Um, unless Lo Fong goes to stop me, I actually go to burn it.
Like, do we want? Like, it's do we? Is the nun expecting help from the diet thing?
She
Because
is it has been it's one of them slick ass backhanded implications of help, where it's you technically haven't been promised help. Anyone with good faith in their heart would be like, of course, this person has agreed to help me. And anyone with a very love to cut a fine lie will go, I mean, I understand how you could believe that, but they did
but I
not
never made that
actually
promise. Got it.
say.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
saw they people with who are assholes are going to see the loophole.
Uh huh.
Okay. Then there's no reason to keep it. Then yeah,
Yeah.
burn it.
Yep. I burn it. There's just the last thing I want is for someone to take this out of our hands and find it.
Yep.
So it's very small, trying to keep it quiet, like right in the
Like
ground. Smish,
I'm
smish, smish.
sure I'm sure that multiple copies will eventually be sent, but as long as we got the first one, we delayed their information.
You have, in fact, Lopong, push your luck for me. Let's see how long you've delayed the information.
Uh, 7.
Mixed.
Mixed success.
All right. So the
Maybe a day
bad
or
news
two.
is that there are still two other birds bringing that message. They sent one several hours apart down each of the three flight paths. Remember, I told you there were three flight
Yep.
paths. One went zoop,
Mm-hmm.
zoop, zoop.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is significantly longer. So the short one, the second shortest path, he's about 6 hours behind the bird you caught. The long path's about a day behind the bird you caught. But you guys have definitely bought yourself at least 6 hours. It could be longer, but at least 6 hours.
Okay. Well, 6 hours is better than nothing.
We should
We
try and
should meet.
find Kayam and
Yes.
Kim Ji-woon, because out of character, we don't know anything about
No.
what about the delays.
You
No.
don't.
No. No. I would know that they would have sent multiple copies, but I don't know how far apart they were.
Yeah,
So
just you have best estimate.
yeah, my best estimate would be a couple hours to a few hours. So 6 hours is
All right.
within that range. So yeah,
l-
we need to
Let's
move.
see if we can find them.
Yeah, so let's head to town.
So let me ask a couple questions. There's a main gate in the town, there's a side gate in the town, and you can always come up from the water. Get a little raft, steal a little boat, come up by a dock,
Are
come
are
in
there
through the
any
side door, main door. How y'all going in?
are there any checks at the gates right now?
Oh yeah, that's the fun part. There's totally checks at the gates. There's check at the main gate.
Fire
Um,
Nation or regular guards or
I
both?
don't know. We're gonna have to roll for that. It'll be a good news, bad news roll.
So it's like we've delayed the information, so they might not have our descriptions yet.
Right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you come
But
up on a Fire Nation gate, they know who you are. They will be ready to scrap. If you come up on a Lee gate, the Lee or any Earth Nation kingdom will not be looking for you. They have not received that message.
Uh, are we close to the main gate or the side gate right now?
Right now, you are closest to the dock side and then the side gate.
Do you want to try and sneak in or take our chances and see who's at the gates?
let's scout out the gates and see who's at each one.
Because I don't want to get in trouble if we get caught trying to sneak in.
Right. If we can avoid sneaking in, that would be preferable. Uh, but
Same. Yeah.
if we have to, then we have to. So let's see who's actually working the gates.
Yes.
Okay. So y'all got your hoods up. Yeah, it's good news is it's not too suspicious. It's freaking nighttime. There's a sea breeze blowing. It's not weird to have your hood up to keep the salt
Chilly.
spray off your hair and
Yeah.
shit. Keep your ears warm. So no one thinks it's weird as you duck into the trickle. It's not a whole bunch of people, but it's not just a few. There's a little trickle of people heading towards this side gate, in and out, moderate traffic. Who feels lucky?
Um.
I can roll if you want me to.
Uh. I mean, I think we're both probably about as good at this as either one. So
Yeah.
You
whatever. I'm on a
you
roll. Let's
do
do it.
have
All right. What?
plenty of rewards to use.
I
Oh,
got a 9.
we're good.
Good, 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 good.
Mixed.
Right. So
You know what? I will use a +1 and make this one a 10 so that
Yeah,
once we
let's
get
There
into the
you
city.
go.
go.
that's
Yes.
a great plan because there were gonna be 3 guards, 2 Earth Nation, and 1 Fire Nation. By using that success, there's only 2 Earth Nation dudes. One of them is not Lee, but he is a Lee contact.
We don't know that.
No, you don't. But that's fine because as he comes in, as y'all walk by, he's looking and he hasn't been given any particular instructions. He's looking for Sister Ryzen. He's looking for a group of, like, they sent a very fast, 2 messages were sent. The uncle sent a slower message by Rock Dove because he needed it to go through 3 sides through his assassins only channels. The prince sent a very fast Warhawk with a we are sending sister, it was subtle, it was camouflage. It didn't say we're sending the air nun with 4 bodyguards, but he's looking for the air nun and 4 bodyguards. He just kind of scans right over y'all. You're not a group of 5. Go in.
Nope.
And this is how kingdoms fall. One bored little dude on the gate who's not paying attention. 2 is not 5. Enter. All right,
2 is
buddy.
not
2 is not
5.
5. You
2
are
is not 5, and
correct.
he has no descriptions.
And
Yep.
he has
Uh,
no description. This is not his fault.
Lofong has taken advantage of that many times, but usually it's been to kill people, not to save
Not to help
Okay.
people.
All right,
Right.
Lofong. Let's think like those two.
Do I have to?
If we want to try and find them, we should give it a shot. They talk to people. They want information. So my guess is they went somewhere with people. That could be a
Probably.
lot of places.
Oh, at night in a port city, if there's a red light district, you can have the most people talking.
And Kayam is a little promiscuous,
Kayam is friendly.
True. I feel like Kim Ji Woon wouldn't want to be caught dead in a place like that though.
which is why he might be there. At least not by choice. Don't get me wrong.
Huang says friends bully friends.
Friends bully friends.
This is
Lo
slander.
Fong is unable to like hide the small smirk on his face at the thought of Kim Ji Woon protesting being brought to the red light district.
Let's be real here, though. Kayam obviously knows people in a red light district.
Yeah, probably our best shot.
And when in doubt, go where your sources of information are.
Worst case scenario, we can find information ourselves and meet up with them later.
Yeah. I'm sure someone saw a good looking, well dressed, pretentious young Fire Nation lad.
All
Most
right.
likely.
So here's the good news. The good news is that y'all have done excellent deductive reasoning. You just got to find your friends. Yay. The bad news is this is a port town. Didn't I tell you that there were a couple different working houses there? Because there are certainly a couple different
Oh
working
yeah.
houses there.
Yeah.
Y'all are going to be searching for at least a little bit, but you know what time it is? It's like it's almost 7:30. You know what I really want? I really want a freaking cigarette. What if we go have a break?
Sounds good to me.
Kim Ji Woon got it so
Woo!
good. I need a cigarette. Let's do that.
Let's
All
go.
right, y'all. We'll see
Oh.
you back here in about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes after cigarettes and all that good stuff's been happening. We'll see you
Bye.
soon. Bye.
How?
Hi guys.
Hi,
Oh,
we're
Hi.
back.
we are
Round boy.
us and Spiel.
Spiel says, Water Nation, Water Tribe.
Uh-huh. I see you, Spiel. We got
Sure.
you.
Yeah, we're
So,
back. And so, Arctic, I have a question.
yes, my darling.
So I did mention, like, as I'm looking at these papers, that I am, like, uh, very actively and exhaustingly keeping an eye on the people in my surroundings with my sensing abilities. Um, at some point, do I just clock our friends in the street? Like,
Um,
should I roll?
so in the street, it's crowd. I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you know right now, it's crowded enough in there that in the street will kind of be pushing your limits. You would really, you would be extending a lot
Mm-hmm.
of effort. You would
There's
probably
only a
feel
thumbnail of a moon right
pretty
now.
unwell.
I didn't even get my water, y'all.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Oops,
Oh.
I
patoots.
got up for it and I didn't get it. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go get your water. Go get your water.
I don't even know why I stood
Do 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 do.
Yeah,
We
there's a
walk
lot
into
of
place. We walk into place number one, confronted with many naked bodies. Turn right around.
yeah,
No, no, we look and then we turn around.
yeah.
Dude, y'all, you know what? The first place y'all walk into, the first place y'all walk into is, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna name this place, but I promise you, if you've ever been to this particular bar, if you've ever been to this strip club in Maine, you recognize it. It's
It's a tangerine.
it's real out there. It's not in Westbrook. It's not in South Portland. You got to go up to J to get to this place. And it looks like a strip club in J. It's half a fucking shack. The stage barely lit. The bar probably ain't been cleaned in about 45 years. I'm not saying that people in my life have walked into that strip club, gone into the ladies' room, saw a girl there who had just gotten off the stage because she didn't have a dressing room, trying to get ready in the bathroom, and she threw her. You know what? Don't worry about it. It was a dive. It was terrible. My siblings are right now. They're hearing me start that story and refuse to finish it, and they laugh their asses off. Don't worry about it. It's a garbage dump. It's a terrible place.
Which is
Lo
not the
Fong and
place
Wong.
I'm staying at.
It's not. Lo Fong and
Like,
Wong. You walk in and ooh, you just kind of wrinkle your nose up and walk out. This is Kim Jong Un would not. I
Kimchi
don't.
would not stand for this.
I am wouldn't stand
Yeah,
for this.
basically.
No.
So here's the thing. Kyle, Kyle would go in and be like, probably not. Stay long enough to tip one dancer and leave politely. Kim Ji Woo, however, like there could have been there could have been an entire Fire Nation battalion on their ass shooting at them, and Kim Ji Woon would have just stopped at the door like an uninvited vampire and said, I'm not putting my shoes on that floor.
Yeah, no, that's
Which, to
this
be
this
fair,
this isn't this is like the entryway. That's not a you don't go in there. You stop.
you
If
stop.
you are being pursued, congratulations, you've hit a dead end. Fight your way out.
That part, just like the bar in Jay. I'm not sorry. Clean your
Did,
floors. Clean
did you
your
get your
bathrooms.
water, Val?
I have fluids.
Okay.
I can't promise
That's what's
that it's
important.
water.
Okay.
So the two of you have walked into the wrong bar. Kayam, you are still sitting there. You every so often you send out like a pulse. It's too
Mm-hmm.
much effort for you to constantly monitor everything. So like every couple minutes you're doing a pulse check.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of expand your bending, Okay. Nothing new, nothing dangerous. Like a little puffy cat. Just
Yeah.
hiss. Okay, I'm fine. No hiss, I'm mad. Okay, I'm fine. Aw, now I'm imagining a grumpy little kitten who thinks he's big. Okay, I'm fine. See, I'm not even drinking. I want a beer now. So
I'm sorry.
you're sitting there. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how you feeling, what you doing? You've been waiting, like you are surprised. You thought Kim Ji Woon would be back by now. It's been like an hour.
Like, here's what's up. Like, the most, I have such mixed feelings right now about Kim Ji Woon. One, I wish that it was different under different circumstances. Like, the fact that I'm being the responsible one in this moment is telling. Like, just kind, it's, it's like, okay, um okay. I've not had any coping. I have not had my coping mechanisms in a long time, and I've been through some shit.
Wow.
But it's having this moment, and like I send out like probably like once every 30 minutes. I tend to send one of just those sensory pulses out. And if there's anything that's like a little bit sus, I end up like honing on it and following it for a minute, and then it's like, all right, it's not that sus anymore, and I pull it back in. But like, I imagine that the madam and the sister are actually talking way more than Kayam is in this moment. Like, he's just being very polite to all of the girls, gals, and non-binary pals that are giving him drinks, because like there are people here who know his name, who are his friends even, and who he wouldn't have to pay if they were not working, but he is not himself. He is dutiful to his country right now. Like, he has a job to do, and he understands stakes right now, and he's got a lot of high stakes for him and his family if he fucks this up, and he's not used to being involved in stakes, personal high stakes like this. Like, him
I like it.
stressed.
Him stressed. He's trying so hard though. He's doing such a good job. Freaking
Yeah.
yeah, you guys have been sitting there. You've been mostly quiet. You've been listening,
Mm-hmm.
observing, kind of taking in the conversations that are being had around you as numbers are being listed, uh, compared. Sister Ryzen and the madam are, at this point, the conversation has turned a little bit a little bit outside your wheelhouse. They're talking about some moderately recent events, like about 8 or 9 months ago,
Yeah.
that took place over on the main chain on the Fire Nation Islands. So you're just kind of like listening half-ass. If they say some important trigger words, you'll zoom all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
But for right now, you send out another pulse as usual. Why don't you go ahead and push your luck for me? Roll with passion.
Yeah. Where is my character sheet? There it is. My passion is 0, because whenever I did my shit, I was like, I don't want any negatives in my rolls, and that's where I'm at. No negatives. All right, so
No,
straight roll right here.
I
Where
gotta
am I?
adjust my camera. My back hurts. I gotta stand up.
Do it.
Sit, stand, desk, but your desk doesn't move. You do.
I am going to use a reroll because I rolled really bad, and I don't want to roll bad today. Like, I just don't.
I don't blame you.
Like, um. Okay, so it's a 7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Partial success.
partial success. I'm gonna have you roll one more time.
Okay. With what?
Uh, does not matter because it's gonna be an odds or an evens. Just tell me if you roll odd or even.
Even.
All right. You know what? Oh my god. So if you had rolled odds, you wouldn't have noticed anything outside.
Yeah.
You however would have been overly distracted by the biorhythms of your friend Kim Ji Woon. Um,
Like,
but
here's the
instead,
yeah, I've already been overly distracted by that. What are you talking about?
right? I mean, it's not helping because every so
It's
often you'll
not
be like, now
helping.
wait, ah.
I take a moment and I'm just like, not like that, buddy. And like,
But then every so often you're like, okay, no, no, wait a minute, he
I'm
got
learning
it.
something. Yeah.
He
And I was like,
got
wait,
it.
wait, don't. We're not going to talk about
Let him
this.
cook. Let
Yeah,
him
let him
cook.
cook. Yeah.
Freaking. So you're braced. You're braced
Hmm.
for it. You're like, oh Lord, let me do my check. Please be done, Kim Ji Woon. Please be done, Kim Ji Woon. We are more intimately acquainted than I think you know. You're just sitting there, and instead, before you can be distracted, you do feel one familiar biorhythm.
Hmm.
So one of them has just entered your realm, your circle of perception, so to
Hmm.
say. The other one has not. Why don't you tell me which one you noticed? Did you notice Wong or Lo Fong?
Oh, it's Wong because one, Lo Fong has that breathing technique shit down. Okay. But also, I have I've studied Wong's little heartbeat. It's
You're
just
gay.
makes it. It's really good.
You
His
gay.
little
Yeah,
heartbeat
like
for you.
that pansexual life is a good one. Like, and there's that little, and that rhythm um that it's Takayam. It is both like it's steadfast, but it's he always notices that Wong is always on edge and always like looking over his shoulder, right? So it's just sort of like he's recognized that rhythm. It was very obvious when they first met, and it's very obvious now. And so um, I am very confused because y'all were supposed to wait outside, like, and meet us at a safe point later on in the week. So this is a suspect, and Kayam will stand up and sort of straighten himself out, and it's like, excuse me, um, I'm just. I'll be right back. And like just stride on over to like the front door um to find his friends. like just like what is going on? Why are you here?
Well,
I
we were supposed to meet somewhere else if something went wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is true.
So
But yeah, it's still kind of strange to be in here. Uh and I
you
mean,
were
I
supposed to meet out
just
with us,
yeah.
technically.
Yeah. So Kayam's just gonna like look around and just come up from behind you and go, "Boo."
Uh, you would see me with. I'm assuming we're together. I don't think we split up,
Yeah,
Casey,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But
You're muted.
I am.
No,
Okay,
no,
sorry.
Casey.
No, I am. I am. So you're coming up from behind us and saying boo.
Yeah. Specifically, I'm coming up behind Wong and I'm leaning in from behind to say boo into his ear. Like,
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do
Like
stands up straight with a grin.
we're yeah, like we're walking close enough that like Lo Fong would spin and his dagger is until he realizes that it's just you.
You are daddy.
that
Um,
moment when your friend almost
like,
stabs you, so real.
just like take that moment. And it's like,
We've been looking for you.
my safe word is why? What's going on? Actually, not out here. We got a space. Um, and I bring you to um the local tangerine. It was something tangerine. I forgot what the
The
uh,
luscious
Something man.
The
tangerine.
That was
luscious,
Mandarin. It was
luscious,
Mandarin.
luscious mandarin.
The
yes,
Yeah,
luscious mandarin, yeah.
to the luscious mandarin. It's like we've got space here. Um,
I looked over at Lo Fong.
mhm.
It was definitely not the first place.
yeah,
And I knew it was going to be somewhere not the first place.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
y'all have in
yes,
fact hit like two other places between that first one and here.
yeah.
Some were a little bit nicer, some were not. There's a reason why technically Wong stepped into Kayam's circle just before Lo Fong did.
Mhm.
So good news, bad news. Good news is that y'all are together.
Kinda.
Yay! Y'all found Kayam. Kayam found y'all. You guys are assuming that Kim Ji Woon is in there with the nun because, like, y'all wouldn't just leave the
That would
nun
make
by
sense. That would
herself,
make
right?
perfect sense. Yeah,
Because that would be
yeah. Yeah. Like as we start going
that
in,
would
Lo
leave a
Fong's
dangerous
just like,
opening for the GM.
yeah. Lo
Mhm.
Fong would just be like, we need to get, we need to get Kim Ji Woon and the nun and get out of here.
Sure. Absolutely. I will be. There's just a shit-eating grin on his face. I'll be right back. Like,
Yeah.
and
So you say you'll be right back. Got your arms around him. Y'all are stepping into the club, right?
mhm.
You are ready. You can't wait. This is going to be so funny. You are going to disappear
Damn
down
it.
the corner in front of them. They're going to watch you go by yourself and come back with a ruffled Kim Ji Woon. It will be hilarious,
He's already there.
except that as y'all step in, and you get ready to cast your head that way, it just so slightly scans past the VIP room, and you can't really see into the alcove from the
Mhm.
door. That's why you were there. But you can see around the alcove. And if you weren't familiar with the place, Kayam,
Mhm.
lots of people would not have noticed that the guards on the door had shifted.
Yeah.
Just whatever. They swapped out two girls for two girls. They went on lunch or whatever. But these ones, Luscious Mandarin has a real particular bodyguard type. They
Yeah.
know what people love. And these girls are kind of, they're not tall enough for one, they're not broad enough for another. And the way they're standing,
This
they
is
don't look, they're
not.
not standing at an easy, I will kick your ass if I must, but understand that I can just pick you up and move you away. They
Mhm.
are standing ready to go. They ready to block. They ready to fight.
I. Uh. Oh. Like as we kind of like walk. Are they the inside guards or are they the outside guards?
The inside guards,
The
they're now
ins.
standing between you and the VIP room that you can no longer see into where you left the nun.
Fuck. Okay. Do I still feel her there?
Oh, you do. Her
Okay.
heart rate has, I mean, it's not super fast, but it is noticeably faster, as is the madam's.
Okay.
There's a third heartbeat.
There's a third heartbeat in there. Um. I look at. I kind of like lean in to Lo Fong, and I
Mhm.
give you act. Actually, I don't lean into anyone. You feel a tiny tug at your pants leg, Lo Fong,
Mhm.
and when you look down, there is a pile of beans, and there's an arrow. They form an arrow pointing down the hall to where Kim Ji
Ah,
Woon is. And then there's a sad face of beans pointing at the guards. Like, just beans at your feet.
all right.
I noted how apparent is it that Kim Ji not Kayam is notices something?
With you, I got my I probably like led you in jovially, um, and continue that jovialness with, like I'm kind of like slightly draped over you, and you're sort of used to this, right? Like,
Dude,
Kayam
it
drapes. Um,
yeah.
but there is um no physical change in my demeanor at these guards, but you feel a slight dig of my nails in your shoulder to like something's fucked up, and I'm gonna need your backup. And hopefully Lo Fong will go down the hall. Like,
I'll whatever you got one arm wrapped around me, I'll throw the other one just kind of like holds you around the waist, like
yeah.
Okay, so all right,
plaster smile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming here you want me to go get Kim Ji Woon, and you're
Yes.
gonna okay.
Yes.
Uh, then I will kind of I don't think I ever took my hood down, but I will like pull it further down over my face and then just kind of
Mm-hmm.
try to blend through the crowd over to that hallway and then slip down the hallway and try
Mm-hmm.
to find him.
Yeah. And I will approach the opening uh of the VIP room where these guards are standing, and it's two women.
Yeah, there are two women. They are again not the standard build of the bodyguard
But
here,
they're dressed like the bodyguards.
but they're dressed like the
Okay.
bodyguards.
And I come, smiling. It's like, ladies, thanks for guarding my room. I have brought the fourth member of the orgy.
I
And
try and smile at that, like getting into like the vibe, like trying to blend in smile.
Yeah.
one of them gives the same kind of I'm trying smile that Wong gives, like, yeah,
I'm
the
actually trying.
orgy.
I'm actually
So is
trying.
she. So is
Okay.
she. She just can't do it.
Okay.
The other one is highly amused, probably.
The other one's expression does not
Mm-hmm.
change, but they part just a little bit. They weren't blocking the doorway because they're
Mm-hmm.
not big enough to block the doorway, but they
Yeah.
made it so that you couldn't get through without pushing past them.
Mm-hmm.
They move ever so slightly to the side, just enough for the two of you to go in and turn the corner. And when they come back together significantly closer. They
Mm-hmm.
now block the doorway behind you.
Between after going past them, but before we're around the corner, I am holding my wand out very tightly.
All right. Oh, you're gonna fucking love this one, bro. So y'all come around the corner, and the first person you see, Kayam, is the Madam of the Luscious Mandarin,
Mm-hmm.
and her lips are tight. She is kind of pale, but it's that angry pale that's
Mm-hmm.
so outraged all the blood has had to leave her face because otherwise her head will explode, kind of. Um, that kind of pale. She also, um, wait, I was sorry, I got distracted. My kid was asking about mozzarella sticks. Now I want some too.
Ooh.
Um, well, I want some. I'm hungry. So freaking forgot my sentence because now I'm thinking about mozzarella sticks. I can't keep saying that. He's gonna be mad.
Uh,
Yeah.
Forget. So she's sitting there, that cold, pale, enraged. She has her hands are tight on the pen that she's holding. And she looks up at you and she's like, "Hi, I'm dear. Your company is here." And between her, next to her is Sister Aizen,
Mm-hmm.
Sister Izend is sitting there. She does not look angry. She perfectly blank. If you have ever seen an airbender look at you and decide they don't give a fuck,
Mm-hmm.
nobody refuses to give a fuck like an airbender.
It's true.
Like they just look right through you. Okay.
Uh
Nope.
huh.
Don't look like nothing but wind to me. She's doing that. She's it's almost a disassociated but not quite look. She's not looking to the man to the side of her. To the side of her, there is it's just it's hard to recognize him at first. He doesn't look quite like he did the last time you saw him a couple months ago. There's pitted scars on the side of his face. It's pulled the right side of his mouth down into a grumpy little frown, but that's fine because it matches the left side of his face. As Wong's grandfather sits there at the table,
I
one
didn't
hand
pay for
firmly.
incest.
You're also fired. Everybody get the fuck out of my channel. It's
That's
double
Revenge of
funny
the
because it's
Gift,
Val's
not here.
channel.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah. Yeah, that arm around your waist, Kayam, just goes fucking like tight.
Mm-hmm. I almost like hold you even like protectively at this point. Like, just, you know, and I, oh god.
kind of looks up from Sister Eisen, and the left part of the right side of his mouth twitches upward as much as it can, but the left side is a spiteful, mean spirited grin as he looks at the two of you and he goes, oh, I have been, I am a lucky fisherman tonight. Look at what I've caught. So, well, let's leave Wong's grandpa staring creepily at people sitting in a whole house holding a nun hostage. That sounds like a Wong's grandpa kind of thing to do. Gosh, what an asshole. Let's instead go down the hall, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bo Fong, you're making your way down this hallway,
Following the beans.
Yep.
following the beans. They are,
Bean trail.
there's a brief stutter. Like for a moment, Kayam
Mm-hmm.
loses control of the beans. You can tell that, like, he's not hurt because they immediately do, get back in line. But there's a
But there
moment where
was
the
this.
beans, they've been
Yeah.
jumping over each other, all just fall to the ground. Like he's kind of went, oh shit, before he got his shit back together.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So
Uh,
something has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Something has
Uh,
happened. The
all
beans
right.
start
So
jumping a little faster.
I am on high alert now, as opposed to just like moderate alert before.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Uh,
They are. They head towards the back end of this hall. The hall is fairly long because it runs the long length of the warehouse.
mhm.
Um, you don't really have any kind of view down into the bottom area. Um, and it's like, I don't want to call it a kill zone because I feel like that will alarm you. But also, please understand that there is one exit, it's behind you. There's like 7 doors on either side of you, and there's a dead end with nothing but a window in front of you. So now I'm not calling it a kill zone, but I am saying, nice hallway, bro.
Look, if there's a window, I can get out. So,
So you are you're walking through, you're about 3 quarters down the hallway. The beans are kind of slowing down as if Kayam is trying to figure out it. He knows it's one of these rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like
mhm.
Kayam is just kind of feeling, trying to figure out which one of these rooms. So you're standing there like an asshole in a hallway, looking at some beans on the floor, all bubbling down. I would like you to please roll as skills and training for me, real quick.
Right. The 9.
It's a 9. Okay. So good news is you hear them. You hear the hands on the door. You hear the doors opening. Like I said, there's 14 doors up and down this hall, like five of them, two from this side, three from this side. Simultaneously, their handles all click. The doors sling open. And so the good news is you are braced, you are ready. You swear to God, this is your day to die, Lo Fong. There's gonna be like five people step out, and instead, whoo, Fire Nation chuckle fucks. I mean, they're all ready to go. They are in position, they are armed, they're helmeted, they're ready.
But they're not
But
my people.
they're not your people. So, hi Lo Fong. How you doing?
Um, okay, is it literally every door? And
Nope.
Kim Ji Woon's just not down here, or
No, Kim Ji Woon is behind one of those doors. Five of the 14 doors opened. Five people came out.
oh, only five did. Okay.
Only five. And all
Um,
of them were soldiers hiding in those unused rooms.
how loud is the club in general outside of this hall? Is it pretty loud in there?
I mean, yeah, you try to keep it loud enough that people can't hear each other fucking through thin walls. I mean,
So it's loud enough out in the main club that if I raised my voice to be loud enough to get through those doors to Kim Ji Woon, it probably wouldn't carry into the club.
probably. You're far enough down the hall that odds are. Eh,
It's supposed to
you're a
muffle
dude. Like,
scream. It's
dudes'
supposed to
voices don't
muffle
always.
moans down here.
Right?
Yeah. These rooms are built
Yeah.
for privacy. Yeah.
He'll get in position to fight and then kind of raise his voice and go, Kim Ji Woon, we need to go now. Like loud enough to get through the doors that he's near.
His whole ass.
All right. So I'm going to assume that that means that you have, let's see, what is it called? The stance move that you have. So you're taking a
I'm
stance?
Yes, I will go ahead and take hmm,
Your options are defend and maneuver, advance and attack, or evade and observe.
yeah, I'm just seeing
Oh yeah.
because I have a couple options here. Um okay, I'm gonna do the defend and maneuver stance for a particular move.
Spectacular. So you've assumed your position, you've thrown back your head. Kim Ji Woon, where you at?
Yeah.
Let's check where Kim Ji Woon is at. Mr. Ji Woon, it has been, y'all have had a wonderful time. Now, exactly how wonderful that time has been, no, it's not up to you. It's up to me. Y'all had a wonderful time. Kim Ji Woon, she is, she is impressed. Like there are a couple times she had to walk you through one or two things. That's fine. All birds aren't born knowing how to fly. Sometimes you got to shove them a little bit, but they get their wings under them eventually. You got your wings under you, Mr. Ji Woon. Y'all are just lying there. She looked a little bit. She looked a little bit shell shocked. She was not expecting to have a good time. Like she was expecting to have an all right time. She was expecting to not hate it. You didn't smell bad. You had all your teeth. It was gonna be fine. Like she had
Nails
a
were
pretty
trimmed
good
short. You're
time,
fine.
right? And she's just kind of laying there. She's running her hand up and she's running her finger up and down like your back. You got your head right there on her chest. It's that first time you really get to lay there. There's nothing like the first time you lay there with your head on a pair of naked titties and you just like this. This is it. This is the moment. You are having that transcendent moment, Kim Ji Woon. And she's stroking your back, her hair a little ruffled. And all of a sudden you hear fucking low Kim Ji Woon. Get out here.
Heads head steps up, frowns. All right, I'll put on a all right, I'll put on a show. Fuck. And Kim Ji Won is not familiar with like this particular kind of anger. This is like this particular kind of, he's never had this is novel. Uh and like
The
you know,
exact
it must
opposite.
be said. The pants are on quick. Like you know, part and parcel of you know, training well, dressing quickly and alone. Uh, but he is not sure where he's not sure where his shirt ended up. He's got some of his jewelry back, but you know, the rest we'll just have to solve that problem later. As soon as we find out who the fuck with Lo Fong's voice. Uh, yeah,
So you are like you jumped up, you've got your pants on, you take one big step towards the door, and Cheetah's hand reaches out and she just kind of snags your wrist and and she goes, I I was trying to keep you out of it. Just stay here. They don't even they're not even gonna come looking for you in here. Just stay here.
I know that voice. I know that man. And I think I heard some doors opening. He doesn't raise his voice like that.
Uh, she is her bottom lip trembles, her eyes are very big. She says, We didn't they didn't give us a choice. There are you can't go out there. There's 5 men out there. Like she is this is I'm not going to say that she's like a real soft girl, but she's a pretty soft girl for the life she lives. The thought of 5 people attacking at once, that's a huge number for her. She can't imagine anyone getting jumped by 5 people. Like that kind of soft. Bless her heart.
Five? Five. That's not enough.
Uh she she lets your wrist go. She is a little bit starry-eyed. Look at you, Mr. Kim. You like looking down at her. Your hair's ruffled. You got your pants on, but not all the way buttoned. You just look at her like 5 ain't enough. And she's just like, okay. She drops your wrist and you head towards the door. So you have an advantage right now in that, I mean, they know you're there. They know you're there, but they're not expecting you to come busting out this fast. They're quite frankly.
I always know when
Hey, man.
Arnica reads chat.
They are. If
She
you come
got
through
dangerous. She likes dangerous.
Just
Yeah.
if you come through fast, you can take them unaware. They're not going to be expecting you quite that fast.
Yep.
Or you can come out loud. What you want to do? Come out fast, come out loud. How you want to handle this, Mr. Kim Ji Woon?
Come out fast. You know, like grandpa is the one who like grandpa's the one who taught me how to fight. And when it comes right down to it, if you got an advantage, you work it. Don't matter what it is, don't matter how you got it, you work it.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and enter combat. For like the first time all season, I'm like the most non-combat GM. It's fine. This is fun. So, Mr. Kim, here is what you bust out on, and then I'm going to let you take it from there. Go ahead and you sling this door open. Okay. Oh, Lord, please stop headbutting a closed door, Gina. My dog. My God. Fucking, you sling this door open the way that my dog is failing to do, and you see Lo Fong in the middle of the hall. He has dropped into a defensive stance. Behind him, there are three men ringed around behind him on either side, one directly like to his nine. There's someone there, and then someone at like his 2 o'clock. So there's one person between you and Lo Fong, one person off to his side, and the other three blocking him off from retreating. Okay. So there you go. And they are all Fire Nation. They're all in an advance and attack position. How do you want to take it from there, my bro?
We're gonna go with advance and attack. And I'm gonna double check our moves real quick. Do we have?
You just pick your stance
Yeah,
first, and then
Advance
after
and
we
attack.
roll,
I believe that well, would use their momentum apply here because this is a large group.
Yes, it's large enough.
Okay, okay.
ooh,
So yeah, when it comes time to roll, that's something to keep note of. But yeah, no, as
nice.
far as stance goes, I'm set.
Cool. So here's the very first person that we check in on. We resolve this with the very first person is Lo Fong, correct? We start with
Yep,
all defensive maneuver approaches. So
yep.
now, how are you going to defend if I haven't moved? It's fine. I've got this. We'll figure it out. So,
Oh, I have a specific move for this. It's fine.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lo Fong, as Kim Ji Woon busts out, the dude directly to your side and in front of you both take their eyes off of you for just. Let me move my damn camera. I'm like all off camera. They both take their eyes off of you for just a second. It's split second while they turn around. But in that moment, okay, so why don't you tell me what's going on?
All right. So is this where I roll my thing for defend and maneuver, or
Yes.
Yes, yeah, that because yeah,
okay?
your roll determines
All
what you
right.
can do.
So I roll with focus. Uh, that's a 9. I'll go ahead and use another one of my plus ones to make that a 10.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And I will use the lure um, uh, technique that I have.
All
You
right.
put a foe off balance by luring them in. Name a foe you lure. I'll pick one of the two that had their attention distracted by Kim Ji Woon.
Okay.
If they don't attempt to either inflict fatigue, conditions, balance shifts, or negative statuses on you by the end of this exchange, they must mark to fatigue. If they do attempt to harm you this exchange, you become favored for the next exchange.
All right. So you're going to lure the one to your side or the one in front of you, pick.
The one in front of me.
Okay. So you're going to try to lure the front guard. And you
Mm-hmm.
rolled a 10.
Yep.
So here's how that happens. He absolutely, it's going to succeed. So go ahead and describe what it looks like for me.
So, um, he sees them get a little distracted by Kim Ji Woon. And so he kind of calls out to that guy in a taunting fashion, I don't think you want to take your eyes off me. And then he's
So,
going to start, and then he's going to start to close in.
all right. So Lo Fong has advanced. He has taunted and drawn the attention. Kim Ji Woon, you get to move next. I'm gonna have them all move in reaction to you, but you have advantage because you startled everybody. So tell me what you're gonna do. Start
Okay,
by
so
rolling your whatchamacallit, passion.
yeah, it's gonna be with focus instead of passion because I am using this special move here.
I love special moves.
Quarter circle forward plus. Yes. Hooks up. That's a 7. So I think it's got a mark fatigue to. Oh no, I can use a. I think I can use a master technique or one of my basics here. Which I'll go ahead and just go with that that their strike. Yeah, the guy who is staring down Lofong's front. Like basically just sandwiched right between us. Just no frills, no firebending even. Just like there is a foot in the back. There is a foot hitting the back of that man's helmet. Uh, just unceremoniously and immediately. Uh, and that's a mistake. Y'all don't take your eyes off me. Not today.
Not today. All right, let me. Okay, there's their technique. Now they.
He's got a Mark II fatigue, mark
Yeah.
condition, or shift balance away from center.
Uh, he is off balance. And I've really got to go back to doing this digitally, but I used to have it on my phone and now I don't have that app anymore and I have trouble logging in. I have to reset my password. So I do it all on paper. It's fine. It's helpful. It's not fine or helpful. I don't know what I'm doing 3/4 of the time. It's good. All right. Bam. He's off balance and his condition is no, he's not doomed. He's not empowered. He's also stunned.
Okay. Okay. Make a note of that. That's
Huh.
gonna be for later.
Why did can y'all hear me? Because all of a sudden it said it changed my mic and
Yeah, we hear
my
you.
We
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
us?
Yeah.
yeah, but the
Okay.
message is it just keeps popping up. It's just running, it's cycling now on my Zoom. Your default speaker, your default mic, your okay, now it's gone away. Cool, fuck it. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Let's continue.
Good stuff. Good stuff. You got it. We got it. We're good.
You got this. Okay. This guard is off balance. He is stunned. He's been kicked in his fucking head. He's reeling. Around him and behind him, the other Fire Nation soldiers, all they were all in attack position. They're ready. I'm gonna have them move. Okay, so A, B, C, D, and E are our Fire Nation soldiers. A, B, and C are behind Lo Fong. D is D is off to the side at the 9 o'clock. E is the one that you just kicked in the head. All right. So E can't do anything. He's off balance and stunned. Um, B, the one directly behind Lo Fong, moves forward to attack. He drops into position and he launches a basic firebending attack. He launches a fireball at you. This little bitch. Y'all are less than 10 feet apart. He's gonna try to set you on fire from less than 10 feet apart. What an asshole. What you wanna do about it?
What a dick.
What a dick.
Um, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm still not 100% on the mechanics of combat here.
All right,
Um,
I'm
do I
going
make it?
back and
Yeah.
forth because I can't have 5 people jump y'all and then y'all take a turn and then 5 people jump y'all because I won't be able to
No, that's
respond.
fair. That's
Mm-hmm.
fair. Um, well, does it hit me or does it? What does it do?
Um, what I am going to do is between the two of us, I'm gonna roll, you gonna roll,
Just a
and
D6?
you need to roll over a 10. No, you're defending, so you gotta hit over a 10.
Oh, okay, got it. So I'm rolling. I'm just rolling 2d6 or with no
Uh,
bonuses.
no bonuses.
There's
Okay.
yes. Let me see something.
Wait, I'm doing that wrong. There's no way it's roll over a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's roll
it's
over a 10. It's
not
2D.
it's not a it's usually not a roll on your end. It's only a defend roll on the players in because Power by the Apocalypse GM barely ever rolls.
You don't know what my role is for. It's
Okay,
not for their move,
fair,
it's for me to decide what they're doing
fair,
on
fair,
that
fair.
move.
Yeah.
I have a little
Okay.
list in
Mm-hmm.
my head.
So I just roll 2d6 and I have to
Hmm.
get a 10 or higher to dodge. Okay. Whoops. Nope.
All right. So I have a little list of things that he may or may not have done. I rolled a 4. So here's what he's doing. You just barely, you try to dodge, but you still get singed at that 8. You missed. He advances, and when he does, when he launches that fireball at you, he steps forward and he pivots his arm with it so that his hot hand kind of slaps you on the back of your shoulder, spins you around towards the dude in the doorway, who is now also ready to attack you, Lofong. You are now unbalanced. You are off
Okay.
balance, I should say.
Off balance. Uh, is that my balance track or just off balance as a
Off balance as a condition.
um
Probably impaired.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's listed as impaired.
impaired?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're slowed or off balance, mark one fatigue or take a -2 to all. I guess I'll mark the fatigue for that then.
Okay.
Okay.
So by marking the fatigue, you regain your balance right as you
Yeah.
are turned towards this other firebender who reaches out to grapple you. He's going to try to grab you and drag you into the room. Kim Ji Woon, would you like to try to intervene, or is Lo Fong going to try to defend again?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, five ain't enough, but that don't mean that I should just let us not have two. Uh, so yeah, let's get in there. Let's break this up real quick. And then
Okay,
that yeah.
so why don't you go ahead, roll with your attack and advance. Um, if you are using a special move, if you're using a special whatever, then roll with that. Otherwise, you roll with passion.
I think I can keep using this move to keep gaining prepared. Is that how that works? I mean, okay, I got to mark the T to keep doing that. Okay. But yeah, I think I will because prepared is nice. I like that. We want to have that. So let's roll focus. Full success. That gives me two techniques. So let's go ahead and strike and pressure. Yeah, like same deal, two fatigue or condition or balance shift. And with pressure, I'm gonna name I'm gonna name a stance, and then they cannot use that stance in the next exchange. Like
Oh,
specifically, yeah, this guy who was lining up to you know work Lofong over. Yeah, no, they cannot advance an attack anymore. I don't know. None of that.
okay. All right, so E is stunned and impaired. B is attacking. D is now impaired and cannot attack. All right, so just how did that physically look? Like, did you come across the room? Did you grab him and pull him out the room? Did you slam him in? Did you hit his head in the door? What'd you do?
So this is this footwork is sharp. It's all triangle, like all triangular, almost like you might almost call it that kind of hybrid style you get from you know like like a couple hundred years of a bunch of a whole bunch of whatever works, nah, more of that, nah, more of that, nah, more of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this guy who got left reeling, just slipped past him as one guy is got Lo Fong's arms back, start pulling him back. The guy is setting him up, for the old classic. All of a sudden, like as he is kind of like starting through that door, like Kim kicks under one of his feet, elbows him in the head, and then just like shoves him and is just like and then just shoves him out of the doorway. Uh, like,
All
what?
right, then I'm gonna change that from impaired to prone. Or what is their version of prone? Is it prone?
I think it might still be impaired.
Oh, it prone might be impaired.
Doomed, impaired, trapped, or stunned are the negative statuses. Impaired is you're
I'm
slowed
gonna
or off balance.
all right. We'll go ahead. We'll leave that as impaired then, since I don't have a
Yeah, there isn't really a prone
Mm-hmm.
shit. There
direct
should be. There
translation.
should be I slapped a bitch on the ground. It's gonna take them a turn to get up because I hit them so hard. Please help. It's fine. It's fine. We understand that when I say impaired, I mean Kim Ji Woon dog walked in, just pow, came down with it. Did I not say Sinbad came out the cave? I did. Did I not say he was immediately go hop on that horse and whoo, cowboy up? I sure did. See, I know what I'm talking about. So, Lo Fong,
Yeah.
you are now, you are technically still off balance, but Kim Ji Woon has stepped in between. The two of you are now like back to back,
Hmm.
essentially, or at least shoulder to shoulder. Whether you turn back to back is up to y'all. But you are now shoulder to shoulder. The one who they tried to knock you into, Kim Ji Woon has just pow, popped him all upside his head. Just beat him. He's sitting there lumped up. He's stunned. He can't attack the next turn. Kim Ji Woon kicked that man in the head. He's stunned. He can't attack next turn. He's trying to fix his hat. There's three guys behind y'all. One of them is slightly off balance because he knocked you off balance. He technically still has his hand upon you.
Yeah.
What's up, Wilfong?
Well, I'm gonna make an advance and attack stance.
Okay. Do you have a special move you're rolling, or you
I
just
do. Well, I mean, I get to roll it with focus instead of passion because of my Mind of Steel move. But other than that,
nice?
I will go ahead. Cool. That's a full success.
Bam.
So I'm going to go ahead and I will use two mastered techniques.
I think it's
Uh,
two basic or one
two
mastered.
ba- uh,
I think it's too basic or
uh,
mastered.
it's two different basic or mastered techniques.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You
So
can
I
mix
can't
up
use the
masters.
same. I
Yeah.
can't use the same one twice, but I can do
Oh, cool. You
two.
can do two master techniques. I have been translating it in my head as two basic or one mastered. Thank you for correcting me. I sure did have to
Yes.
reread that.
Um. So what I am going to do, uh, I will use on the guy who has his hand on me.
Hmm.
I will use chi blocking jabs and strike. So for chi blocking jabs, I mark one fatigue to block a foe's chi with your strikes, inflicting a condition and rendering a limb useless and blocking bending with that limb. So the limb that he used to throw the fireball at me.
Okay.
An enemy with one fewer useful limb chooses one fewer technique to use each exchange. He gets it back after 3 exchanges. Uh, and then for strike, I will mark a fatigue again, hammering them with my blows, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue. Actually, no, I can inflict a second condition. Do I want to do that or do I want to do two? I'll do 2 fatigue and a condition. That seems fine.
Okay. Um, you have actually congratulations. You dog walk this dude. This one is out. You haul off and you knock this guy is rendered unconscious by how fast you turn around and you go five, 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 and don't touch me again. For a minute, he just stands there. dazed, trying to figure out what happens. You done punched him in his chest like you're Beatrix Kiddo. Just poop, 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 five finger death punch. He's got one arm just hanging there limply, looking at you with these big goofy cow eyes, and then he just kind of crumples to the ground. He's out. The other two behind y'all, the one who's behind you, the one who's off to the side of you, they're starting to right themselves, but they're looking on in horror. You just you just chi blocked this dude. And now technically it's two good fighters versus two good fighters and two off balance fighters. Now, before we move on to the next set of exchanges, there is a hole in this guard. Do you want to keep fighting them or do y'all want to make a run for it?
I said 5 wasn't enough. That means I have to. That means I have something to prove right now. I ain't going nowhere.
Bet, bet.
I mean, if we run from these guys, they're just going to chase us anyway.
They
So
will.
we might as well take care of them now and then rendezvous with their friends.
Excellent plan. I fully appreciate this. So, two of y'all look at these two little dudes. They can't believe this. There was five of them against one man. They are the Fire Nation army. They are the most well-trained army in the world. They was just gonna jump one dude. How hard is it to jump one dude? Now they sitting here. This one on the ground. This one's confused. That one's dazed. These two are looking at each other.
The best part is
One of
they
them
were
goes
there
ahead.
probably to jump
Oh,
Kim Ji Woo when he came out.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was favored for that next exchange, so I get an additional mastered technique.
Bam.
But no one else is nearby. So I don't really have any other
I
advance and
mean,
attack ones I want to
they are
use.
all fairly close. It's not a huge hallway. You are all
Daredevil,
within
this shit.
kicking distance of each other. So you could, if you get an extra technique because you are favored, you can go ahead and hit one of those other four people who are not unconscious.
Um and it has to be an advance and attack technique, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Um then yeah, I'll strike one of the other ones that's not off balance. And so he can either mark 2 fatigue, mark a condition, or shift their balance away from center.
Okay. He's going to take two fatigue, and that you hit A. A is at two fatigue. He's at.
It's only one of the three.
Cool.
It's either 2 fatigue, a condition, or balance away from center.
Yeah, no, I was making sure
So
I had the right amount of fatigue marked for them other dudes so that I
yeah.
notice when everyone is rendered unconscious and I don't keep the fight going too long.
Yeah.
So, Kim Ji Woon, there's an unconscious man on the floor. There is Lo Fong has just so fast, so smooth, like lightning almost, just knocked out a dude with some amazing chi bending skill. Lo Fong, have you ever, not Lo Fong, Kim Ji Woon, have you ever seen a man chi bend?
Nah, she blocking like of course it's a kind of thing you read about. Everybody and of course grandpa's got stories. But like he's got stories. Ain't saying he can't do it. Don't know anybody that can
It's
do
a
it.
pretty rare technique.
Yeah, yeah. This is that's kind of crazy. Like, well, shit, maybe when maybe maybe Alphonse really got something. I don't know. Shit. Shit.
Oh, and Kenji Woon's just been like, no, this is my talk tough buddy. I don't know if he do anything, but he talk a good game and I like him. Now all of a sudden he's like, whoa, no, not my
Shit.
talk tough buddy can back it up. We all got that
Shit.
one friend we think full of bullshit until we see them in clutch and we're like, okay.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So how would you like to move? What would you like to do?
Okay. That's one. one down, and I didn't even drop him, so like that barely counts. Let's so like yeah, like any advantage I got, and that means yeah, this fella who was all stunned up trying to get his helmet on straight. Nah, maybe he should get flat on his back right now. Advance and attack.
All right, roll for me.
Yep. It's this time we're gonna do it with passion. Because we actually haven't cleared prepared yet, so maybe we'll use it if we need it. That's a full success. We take those.
Bam.
So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
going to just going to lay into him. Yep, strike him up, and for that extra one, we're going to uh yeah, you know what? We're gonna smash it. We're gonna smash and if you'll let me, we're gonna smash. We're actually gonna smash that helmet to just inflict doomed because yeah the helmet like the outside of the helmet is not supposed to bend in like that, and if you don't do something about it but quick, he's going to have a lot of problems.
No, he does have a lot of problems. You jump up. He thought he was good, man. He's been scrambling. His head's been ringing. He's been trying to fix his helmet. He fixes his helmet just in time to meet your eye, Kim Ji Woon, as you turn around and you kick that helmet. Woo! Like a cartoon. It just spin around sideways. It's dented. He he's going to need assistance getting out of this helmet. But the good news is that's not his problem because he has also been rendered unconscious. So now guards B, Fire Nation Army B and E have been knocked out. There are 3 men remaining, one of whom is still stunned. Um, Out of the 2 who are not, C, Fire Nation Army guy C, who has not moved and has not been struck, is just standing here in shock. He can't believe this shit. It was supposed to be so easy. He was supposed to like wander in and he was supposed to wait till he heard the door and heard you come out. They were all supposed to just come out and get you. They're supposed to jump you and separate you from your friends. They're supposed to take you guys out one at a time. You were supposed to be like fuck drunk as goofy, and instead you have taken you just standing there, shirtless, must, unbothered, whooping the ass of the Fire Nation Navy. You ain't even put your shoes on. This is so shameful. He can't believe this shit. He just screams in rage. He does not have the training he should, the self governance. He screams at rage and charges at you.
Right?
So now you were not in defend, you were in attack and advance. So you still have to roll with boop boop. What you call it? You still
Passion.
have to roll with passion to defend.
All right, all right. That's a 9. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clear prepared for a +1. Bring that up to a 10, make that a full success.
Perfect. Because you were prepared, even though you were still in mid swing, you are watching this dude crumple. Your foot is still in the air, Bruce Leroy style, in the middle of coming down in this arc. When you hear this young man just enraged, just he charges at you. You just pivot while that foot is still coming down, and with nothing to do, just heel of that foot, just boom, right upside another. You are kicking, you are kicking so many heads today. I love this Kim Ji Woon. He just kind of you moved it to a full success. He crumples to the ground. He takes a stunned as well. He takes stunned and one whatchamacallit. That's the official word.
Fatigue.
One whatchamacallit. Yeah. So they've attacked. Y'all have attacked. 2 men are down. 2 men are stunned. No, 3 men are stunned. All these dudes is stunned, and one of them is reeling. One of them is pretty injured. Do y'all like to move together? Would you like to? What do y'all want to do? Who wants to go next?
Well, fine. That's I do believe the floor is yours.
Yeah, if they're, let's see here. If they're all stunned, let me read that condition. You can't act or respond for a few seconds. Okay, so we have like a free exchange against
Hmm.
these guys. All right, then we're advancing and attacking.
Cool. Go ahead and
We're
pick your
we're
target. You got A, C, and D.
A.
All right. And go ahead and roll for me.
We'll make that 7. I'm blowing through all my plus ones today.
Happens to the best
No,
of
not
us.
all your plus ones.
Happens to
It's
the best.
You're
fine.
like, I'm never gonna use those. Here they are. Here they are. You're
All right.
banking them.
Uh-huh. It's good thing you saved them. Like, good job. So you have on 79, you may use one basic or master technique.
Well, uh, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and use we're gonna go ahead and use strike on this guy again. So 2 fatigue, condition, or balance away from center.
All right, you have knocked A out. Why don't you go ahead and tell us how that looks?
Yeah, he's stunned. So I just come up to his side and like deliver a chop to the side of his neck, and he crumples.
All right. Kim Ji Woon, C and D have tried to gather together at this point. D has stumbled out of the doorway. C was the one closest to that doorway on the side. And the two of them they're winded, they're injured, they're kind of trying to hold each other up. And one of them he looks this way, he looks that way, he looks at the hall, he looks at y'all. C turns and runs like a bitch. C starts taking off down the hallway as fast as he can. What you want to do?
Uh, D gets dropped, and I say that before I roll. Let's see how that goes. Even where's that focus? Where's that passion? Even.
It is passion.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go ahead keep this energy high. Let's use one of those forwards, make that a full success. And just and yeah, C is running. Uh, D D about a whoosh. D about a whoosh. Should have followed your boy.
Should have followed you, boy. Okay, so this is what I will say. I'm going to let you know right now, each of these dudes has one hit point left. With a full success, you're going to go ahead and deal at least 2 hit points. I will allow you, if you can be cool enough, I will let you pop each of them if you can do it simultaneously. I'll let you take them both out in one move. But you got to take them both out in one move.
Okay, so like we got C on we're gonna call it the left. We got D out in front. This is tricky. Some might even say difficult problem, a problem for a normal man, maybe even a problem for somebody who isn't a bender. And considering how this has gone, considering the fact that he is not even equipped with a shirt right now, it might be easy for somebody to forget that Kim Ji-woon is a firebender, but a firebender he is. And even as his boot just engages his foot, no shoes, we do not have time for shoes in this house. Even as his foot engaged deeply in the throat of D as he's trying to like gather his bearings, he just smoothly textbook, even like actual proper Sozin style, like rare as it is, proper Sozin style, one jet of flames, focused, precise, straight down the hallway into C's back. hard enough to take him right off the feet, and well, it's not great to land face first on the ground. It's not great for you, especially
It's
not when you've already had a real one.
all that momentum. All right. So as you do this, Kim Ji Woon, as you kick G in his throat, bring him down, and then pin him that way, you shoot that one sharp, fast, precise blast. It doesn't so much as singe the paint on these walls. It just goes shoom. It hits him so hard, he goes ass over tea kettle. It takes him off his feet. He does a flip in the air and lands on his back. Congratulations. It has been less than 4 minutes. You guys have completely rendered these 5 Fire Nation operatives useless. There's a movement in the hall behind you. Another door opens. You both spin around very fast. You are ready. You are prepared. And it's Kita. And she once again presses her fingers to her lip and tells you both to come in here quickly. And on that, with Wong and Kayam and a captive air nun staring down Wong's terrible grandfather, with Lo Fong and Kim Ji Woon having just handily dispatched 5 dudes who weren't as good as they thought they were in the upstairs of this hall. Let's go ahead and leave this here for the week. Let's do
It's
our.
cruel.
I know, right? Let's go ahead and do
Absolutely.
our character
Abs-
growth
as
questions.
basically, I will say, kind of like in an ending note though, because
Yes.
just because Wong and I are holding each other
Uh-huh.
when we came in to look as casual as possible, Wong, you would notice that Kayam had the arm that's around your shoulder has become dead weight.
And I got a death grip.
Mm-hmm. Just in preparation, dead weight.
Exactly. You know, this is great time because Casey's camera is mad at us anyway. His camera's like, I'm done. I'm done playing on
My
Avatar.
my internet went out for a
Oh
couple
Oh,
no!
seconds.
that's all right.
Not
You'll
the
be back in a
internet.
I
minute.
think we're
We
back.
just,
I think we're back now.
I
Yeah,
mean, I can hear you.
yeah, we hear you.
All right, there's your little
Yeah,
BRB
my
face.
camera's not, but I am.
Cool.
That's what counts. I
Yeah.
don't need your camera. I just need your lovely melodic voice. So while we're here, let's go ahead and do our thing. Let's say goodbye. Let's do our character growth
Oh
questions,
man.
individual first. Uh, let's start
Individual or
backwards. We'll
group
go.
first and then individual?
Oh, group first and then
Yeah.
individual. You know what I meant. Thank
Yeah,
gosh we've
yeah.
been doing this for years together at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arnica and I got this down. This is a true partnership. Like,
Oh yeah.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and I got them right here.
mm-hmm.
They're on my little bookmark is right there.
I also have the playable materials up here too.
Okay, well, you go ahead and read them because apparently I
All
moved my
right.
bookmark to the
For
fight.
everyone else, did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world this time around? No,
Not really.
not really. No.
Well, I mean, your grandpa's there. That's
I
new.
wouldn't say that's something new about the world.
And y'all don't actually know
Kim
about
Ji
it.
Woon learned
Well,
something new about the world.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't know if Wong expected his. I don't know if Wong expected his grandfather to be there,
Nope.
but
Here's the interesting thing. If anyone else had walked into that room other than me and Wong, I don't think y'all have actually met Wong's grandfather yet. It's just been
You
me.
haven't.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you wouldn't know who the fuck this dude is.
Yeah.
Just a man that I spit on her last season. So yeah.
So I mean,
Mhm.
now normally I'll let y'all run through this, but I'm gonna say that you are all damn liars. Y'all learned something. Kim Ji Woon definitely learned something exciting today.
mm,
Yeah.
Y'all learned Team Rock Hawk, Team Rock Dove. You definitely learned something complicated, which was that you got an air nun who thinks she's
oh
got
yeah,
backup, who does not have
that's
backup.
not.
Like she
Oh
thinks
yeah,
the
yeah,
dialing,
we
she
did learn
thinks
that.
they on her side. They're not.
Mm.
Gaia, this was something exciting. Look, it's that man you thought you'd have at least a couple more months while he healed up.
Sounds like someone
Nah,
might have not
looks
only
like
not on her
somebody might have
side.
helped him.
Yep. Mhm. Mhm. Uh, did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem? It
Not
just
yet.
started. It just started.
Yeah, it's just started.
It just started.
It just started. Um, did you guide a companion towards balance or in the session at center? I am at center.
I ended at the
Yeah, I
center.
did. I
Mm-hmm.
did.
I do not.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right.
And now let's go ahead. We'll go around in circles and we'll do our individual questions. Let's start with there. How about you, Wong? What's your question?
Hello. Did I have a friend join or approve of one of your bad habits? I'm gonna say yes because one of my bad habits is sabotage, and we definitely did some sabotage.
Yes. And you did
Hmm.
it as a group. There, I told you. I told
Yep.
you one of these days I would make sure you got that point.
Hell yeah, we did
It's not,
it.
I've had it before. I've checked it off in the past.
Oh yeah.
I know, but not once this season. I finally got it.
No, we did it. We did it when we fucked up the camp.
Oh, that's right. We
Mm-hmm.
sure did.
Yeah.
That was the season. Nice. Good for me. I can't
Well,
even keep track of what we did this season. How about you, Casey?
Did you try to make amends for past mistakes or prove you're a different person now? There's no time for that right now because it's fighting time. So no.
Right. Like, nah, right now I need to be the person I was, actually. Thanks for asking.
Unfortunately, yes.
What about you, Kim Ji-woon?
did you learn
Obi?
something meaningful or important about your lineage, its members, or its effects on the world and others? Uh, I I don't I think I would say no.
Oh, she asked if you were a Ji-woon.
But she did, but
Yeah.
like as far as the questions she was asking, like those are
Fair.
I think we like those were all questions that
Dangerous.
Kim Ji Moon has claimed in the past were absolute incontrovertible truths. So like it's that it is like she is fitting in with his worldview.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Valid.
And as for myself, is did I express gratitude to a companion for their presence, support, or teaching? No, no, I didn't express any gratitude. Um, there hasn't been time yet to express how happy I am to see you guys.
That time will come, but it is not
It
now.
is
We'll
not
get to that
now.
when we escape this shit.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Well, that concludes episode 8 of book 2. Things are winding up as we got 2 episodes left. Whether they're gonna be 2 in a row, we'll figure that out eventually. But it's been quite the season. It's been quite the winter. I'll tell you that much. But we're here. We're queer, and we're gonna bring you some Avatar. Um, so as far as myself and the rest of the channel goes for the week, as always, you can find me on the Twitters as Valdrianth, on the Blue Sky as Valdrianth. The channel itself, tomorrow we have our Mass Effect 5e skin, favorite game at the Citadel, that my friend Emma runs, and then on Thursdays we'll be back for the second half of Old Gods of Appalachia, and then we'll be back here. However, on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, over at Girls Run These Worlds, I'm playing my very heterosexual Pegasus boy, who now has 2 girlfriends in the Monster Hearts freshman year finale semester. So I am excited to see, as we have to play Cupid at a Valentine's Day dance, and not break up with our girlfriends, because then our best friend will get kicked out by the fake courts, and that's not fun. But that's
It's
me.
not fun.
Yeah, that's me. Everyone else, going the opposite way that we introduce ourselves. Where can we find you? What you doing in the next 7 days?
Here,
Obi, that's
get
you.
those in.
Oh shit! Of course, of course, of course. Well, I have been a fully matured person now known as formerly known as the artist, formerly known as Kim Ji-woon, but you can find me elsewhere on the internet at Shasta Dyson on various bird sites. That's JOSADISON. Or even on Twitch at twitch.tv slash Shinobi. Uh, but you could definitely come by tomorrow and see me as Diamant Pockets, playing Mass Effect 5e on your favorite game at the Citadel.
Everybody's favorite game at the Citadel.
Heck yeah, thank you so much, Casey.
I love the name of that game, the favorite game Citadel. That's so great. I
That's
fucking
Emma's.
love
That's
that.
Emma's doing. So
It's so
yeah.
good. It's so good. Um anyway, you can find me, I guess, a lot more now at my Twitch channel, which I just put in there for you. I'm also on a bunch of other channels doing mostly Blood on the Clock Tower content. And then you can also find like my music stuff on YouTube and stuff. So I'm around.
Heck yeah, thank you so much, Mayor.
Hello, I am Mary. You can find me on the Twitter and all other applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. Next Saturday, the 17th, I'll be running a one shot of Sanctuary over on Sword and Key. It is can be a solo and GM-less game written by Megan Lynn, where we are defending a sanctuary from a bunch of foes and threats, and it's going to be very sad ending. And on the same day at this, actually no, tomorrow, Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, I will be playing Acacia, your centaur rogue druid over on Horizon's Call. That's a got.
That's so much. That's as many names as you have legs. I'm here for that.
I'm good. I do it. Let's go. Be
Big
horse.
B horse. And I have been Arnica, your GM. Thank you so much for joining us for this spectacular episode. As you can see, we really getting in it, huh? It's almost like we're coming up on the end and there's a whole bunch of shit to do. Real interesting. It's almost like a bitch has plans for a third season. Don't
Only
worry
a
about
third.
it. Well, and maybe a fourth.
Yeah.
Double shush. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm Monica. I'm the corrective create. I don't speak English. That's who I am. I'm a bitch who spoke for 3 hours and now no longer speaks English. I'm
Fair.
Arnica. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Hive, Blue Sky, just about anywhere. You can type in my name as Arnica X Ross. I'm the creative director over at Girls Run These Worlds. We are currently casting for 2 shows right now. Humalu, who some of you may know here from her fantastic Dragon Age. She's gonna come to a Dragon Age for us. All Templars are bastards. We're
A-Town.
running the casting now. Come apply.
Please.
Also, House of Rookwood. Do you like some spooky Victorian bullshit where you're all like, man, I can't get enough of House on Haunted Hill? Ooh, some Blythe Manor? Cool. Come join our House of Rookwood game run by Maddie. That's also currently casting, as well as our fifth zine, Motherhood, which will be available in May. We're looking for writers now. Now's the time. Girlsruntheseworlds.com. You can find all our casting stuff there, as well as on our Twitter, Twitch, Hive, so forth, so on. It's been spectacular. I've had a great night. If y'all knew how terrible my last 2 weeks were and how spectacular my cast made tonight, being with y'all has been exactly what I needed. So thank you for joining us. Thank y'all for playing. We're done. I'm
Hell
done.
yeah.
Val,
Oh yeah.
what you want to do? You want to raid? You want to take us out?
Oh
You
yeah,
want to
yeah.
just make faces and hang up on them?
We're gonna go raid our friends over at Sword and Key. They are playing some Monster Hearts too. It looks like our dear friend Angela is our master of ceremonies from what it looks
Oh
like too.
shit.
Yeah, there's
Ooh.
Let's go
um
harass Angela.
let's go
Angela,
harass Angela.
Angela,
Make sure you
Angela.
put lots of dinosaurs at her, and we will see you. I will see you tomorrow, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.